Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you all like it, please like and subscribe, and hope you all enjoy it. Have a great rest of the day. Hey y'all, hope you all are having a good day. I'm actually just checking in here on the Intercoastal Waterway here in Grant, Florida. It's a little bit north of Sebastian and Vero Beach area. It's a little windy, but try to bear with me. I'm going to cut down a little bit on that. But anyways, this is the Intercoastal Waterway, also known as the Indian River. Kind of for reference wise, maybe some of you all have heard of the waterway and its history, but for those that haven't, you'll really enjoy this particular video as it kind of goes over some of the information, some of the history. Although you will find some varying information on it, I'll actually tell you some of the information that's the most consistent with it. So that's the good thing about this. Anyways, the Intercoastal has actually always been around, but it's not like what it is today. But generally speaking, the Intercoastal is a natural waterway. But of course, because of industry and and all that sorts, places have been dredged and quote created to allow bigger boats to navigate the waterway. Just to allow more efficient movement. One place to actually mention that actually has kind of been dredged and kind of managed outside of the natural waterway is this particular area. Grant, Sebastian area. It's one of the several places that have obviously been done, dredged out, and of course, you'll see this. There's an island right here. It's about like a quarter mile out, but if you see it, that's one of the places where they ended up dumping some of the sand that they had dredged, and of course, in doing so, this isn't the only island here. There's actually several that are up and down this general area here. This is just one of the several islands that they ended up creating in all that dredging that they've done. So they're kind of like they're called the Spoil Islands, which is pretty fascinating in my opinion. They actually do allow camping and of course fishing off those islands. Anyways, some of these some parts of these the Intercoastal Waterway has actually been used by vessels carrying oil and some industrial chemicals, pipes, and other things as well. So that's definitely that's one way that the Intercoastal Waterway has kind of helped the economy a little bit. Anyways, the waterway does expand approximately 3,000 miles along the east coast of the United States. The Atlantic Ocean is just across the waterway here. On the other side of this island, there's more Intercoastal, and then of course on the far side of that is the the Atlantic way over there. So it definitely so it goes along the Atlantic and all that sorts. But of course the waterway takes advantage of some of the sounds, the waterways, bays, lagoons, rivers, and a few canals. As mentioned before, several sections can be used by some of the deep vessel or the deep drafted vessels. The waterway is often maintained by the federal government, as they say. Interesting fact, for those that aren't familiar with the waterway, throughout the Intercoastal there are inlets that connect to the ocean. A few to name are the Hillsborough Inlet, the Jupiter Inlet, the Boca Raton Inlet, and of course the Sebastian Inlet, which is just so happens to be a little bit further south than where we're at right now. But back to the main point. Over the past century or more, it has actually been navigated one way or another, as well as deepened and expanded. Meaning links have been made in areas like Cape Cod and the Chesapeake, and it does serve points in Boston and many other places in between like that. Another interesting fact is that the Intercoastal was especially used during World War II as a way to avoid the enemy subs that were lurking off the coast in certain areas. So I guess that's one way that it's been helpful. As mentioned previously, some of the many popular areas of the waterway that it serves do include Norfolk, Virginia, and some of the other resort areas in, in Florida and also further north and other places. Here's actually an interesting fact, is that the first attempt by settlers to open an inlet in the Sebastian area actually took place around 1872. It was done by a man named, I think it was David Peter Gibson. Although Gibson first dug a channel for the inlet in Sebastian in 1872, he didn't actually acquire any title to the property where he dug until about 1885. But anyways, this is the end, just a small section of the Intercoastal Waterway. It's actually home to a lot of wildlife, as you can see. Maybe not so well. Some pelicans, a little bit down there. Of course, dolphin. Sometimes you'll see dolphin and shark in here, sharks and stuff. Which is actually kind of nice, but and it's used by a lot of boaters. There's some jet skis right there, but anyways, we definitely have all kinds of cool stuff going on here. I sure hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe.